Hello and welcome to a program called Catholic Life, and I'm your host, John Buckwheat. And today my show is all about a program called Starfish. And some of you who have been watching this show for many years know a little bit about Starfish, but I'm not going to tell you too much about it except that I've invited Jim McDaniel and his co-worker, Alison, Fram.
That's right.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Let's take 30 seconds out for a thank you message, and when we come back, let's tell them all about Starfish. Stay tuned, folks. The funding for this program was made possible by a grant from the Diocese of Arlington, established in 1974 by Pope Paul VI. You know, the Arlington Diocese has 69 parishes, 5 missions, covering 21 counties, and has 2 Catholic colleges, 5 Catholic high schools, and 43 elementary schools. They're all now under the leadership of His Excellency Bishop Michael F. Burbidge. For more information, contact arlingtondiocese.org. Hi folks, if you just tuned in, you're watching a program called Catholic Life. And as I said earlier, my name is John Buckwheat, and I have Jim McDaniel here to tell us about Starfish, and he brought a guest with him. Welcome to our show, Jim.
Thanks, John. It's so nice to be back with you and your audience again.
All right. Well, tell us all about Starfish, because you have an awful lot to talk about.
Well, let's take a trip back to the very beginning. In 1998, 19 years ago, Father Richard Martin, who was then the pastor of Church of the Nativity in Burke, Virginia, decided to start a program where he asked his parishioners to donate just 50 cents a day for the 40 days of Lent. And if they could do without a topping on a pizza or an order of French fries, try to just make that little sacrifice of 50 cents a day. And at the end of Lent, by Easter, we could have a great deal of resources to generate something good for the poor. So that first year, 1998, we raised $67,000.
$67,000 the first year.
Just in a little wicker basket at the entrance to the church. And with that money, we built 27 houses in Haiti with Food for the Poor, which is a large international charity. We went down in 1999 to see the houses that we had built, and we were very, very happy with what had been accomplished. But we also spent some time in a slum called Cité Soleil with 300,000 people living without sanitation, without clean water, malnourished, dirt floors. It was horrible, horrible. And so we were really depressed. And that night at dinner, people were saying, what good is this? You know, we can't possibly make a difference. And at that point, Father Martin told the story of a man walking along a beach after a storm, throwing starfish back in. The starfish had washed up during the night, and a little boy came along and said, what are you doing? And he said, well, I'm trying to save these starfish. I need to get them back in the water so they don't die. And the boy said, but look, there's miles of beach and thousands of starfish. You can't possibly save them all. So the man picked up another starfish, threw it in the water, and he said, but I made a difference to that one. And so the light came on around the table, and we decided to keep doing this work and call it Operation Starfish. And for 19 years now, we have been working in Haiti. Every year during Lent, we do a collection. And at this point, we have built over 1,400 houses in 10
1,400 houses.
1,400 in 10 nativity villages.
Do you have a picture of one of here, possibly?
You know, we have.
What have you got there?
I'd like to show you. This is Father Martin, and he loved the people of Haiti, and particularly loved the children. And he started this program and carried it through, grew it. It now is a program that is trademarked. Food for the Poor works with churches and schools all across the country to do Operation Starfish. And unfortunately, we lost Father Martin 3 years ago. And we have a new pastor who came in, who replaced him, and that's Father Bob Solinsky.
I'll show this one right here. Oh, that's Father Bob. That's right.
Right.
He was on my show one time.
Father Bob Solinsky, who spent many years as the campus minister at George Mason University, had been Father Martin's friend for 37 years. They knew each other. They were in the same prayer group. And so Father Bob came in and continued Operation Starfish. and over the last 3 years it's continued to grow. And the interesting thing about the program now is that we have a younger generation coming behind me and latching on to this idea of trying to reach out to the poor and make a difference in their lives. And when Operation Starfish started in 1998, Alison Fram, sitting beside me here, was in elementary school. And today she is the youth minister. She's in charge of college and young adult ministry at Church of the Nativity. And Alison has been to Haiti with her young people. And let me ask Alison to explain a little bit about what you saw in Haiti.
Sure, thank you, Jim. Well, as Jim mentioned, I am a parishioner at Nativity, and so I always heard growing up stories from Father Martin about going to Haiti. And it was something that was so different from my experience growing up in Fairfax that it was interesting, but I had really no idea what Haiti was like, even after seeing pictures. So many people see these things. But when I came back to work full-time at Nativity and we were really trying to start a college ministry, we thought this would be a great time to take young people and show them this Haiti that they'd heard about from Father Martin for many years. So this past summer, for the first time, we took a group of young people to Haiti, 10 college students, and I went along with them. Jim came with us. And we visited Good Shepherd Village, which was actually dedicated in memory of Father Martin. We went to see some of the other villages that our parishioners have donated to. And we actually have a picture, I believe, of our group, if maybe we could show that.
Let's give us a picture of the group there.
This is not our group. This is a group that went down with Father Bob after Father Martin passed away, and when they dedicated Good Shepherd Village in memory of Father Martin. And that was a really special trip. Some of Father Martin's family actually went down with them. And this is a picture from our trip this past summer when we went. This is the market in Good Shepherd Village.
Oh my word, look at that. They all have homemade signs.
See how many people?
Oh, this is a great picture.
Yes. I think this is a perfect example of how unique this experience was for our students and young people that went down there. We're coming from Burke, Virginia, Fairfax, Virginia. They're at these colleges, urban centers. You know, you're used to driving up in your car and getting a Starbucks.
Right.
Here we fly to Haiti, and we take a trip up a dirty, dusty mountain road, and hundreds of people are waiting for us singing songs as we arrive. And the lyrics they were singing were actually, Father Martin, we will never forget you. You see the signs they're holding.
That is an impressive picture.
It was incredible for those of us who went just to see our parish has affected all of those people. And they don't know us, but they remember Father Martin. And through our experience with him, we're now able to share. And this is our group of young people that went this past year.
The college students from Nativity.
Yes, they're all parishioners at Nativity. They go to different schools, they work in different places, but Nativity is the one connector for all of them. And they chose to give up a week of their summer to go down there. And our mission was not to build houses or finish this huge project. It was just to go and be with the people and see what they're like and see why Father Martin loved them so much and why Father Bob has continued this relationship with them. And it was really life-changing.
And we have a video from that trip if you'd like to travel along with us and see what Alison and we experienced on that trip. We could do that now if you'd like.
Well, let's sit back and watch that video, all right?
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, I'll be your friend, I'll help you carry on.
We're here in Haiti with our college students and young adults from Nativity Parish, and our mission here is to see the work that's been going on through all of the donors at our parish, to continue all of Father Martin's amazing work, and to try to see why he loved this place so much and why it's so important to continue giving back.
I have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on.
Because of what the Church of the Nativity has been doing, we change lives of so many.
People trying to do their best to survive, you know, they just trying to make it a day at a time.
And for most of us, this was our first time seeing real hunger and real poverty.
Oh Lord, dear God who is in heaven, we thank you for all your blessings. Because today you have sent those friends to visit us.
Amen.
Amen. Merci.
It's really heartbreaking to see these people living in these conditions. Like, their houses are just made of sticks and mud, and to think back where I live, it's just two complete opposite worlds. But they're still happy, they're still joyful, they still praise God, and they're thankful that we're here to help them.
It's definitely eye-opening, and it's helping these kids out with homes and the little necessities means a lot more than we think. This is Alcis, Regina.
Nice to meet you. Bonjour.
Alison.
Bonjour,
Jenica.
Jenica. Is this your house?
C'est Caillou?
In here? Yeah.
Okay.
And you all sleep in there?
Et là, notre traité?
Yeah. Where do your children sleep?
Qui boit
Where?
Simone
On the bed?
Oui,
Dormi.
la grand-père me fouille en bas carbone, non? Gen mette dans le carbone,
Okay.
en bas carbone tout.
You see, there's some of them sleep on the bed, there's some of them sleep under the bed.
Do you worry about your children's future?
Il dit, est-ce que ou inquiète pour demain, pour Simone, demain, si Dieu veut, qui ça va venir?
Oui. Avec groupe moun sa qui vient visiter notre ka font bagay pour moi. Bah ti moun yo nan mais moi gen la Québécaine peut-être comme l'école. Bah yo Québécaine ou avant moi yo. Bah comme si yo cache si yo jambé là si pas jambé parce que mara pour caner peut-être activité avant non.
Okay. Oh, I really hope God will help the kids to have something better than what I have right now, because I'm still struggling on every way to help them, even at school, you know, to take care of them.
All right. Well, God bless you and your beautiful children. Merci.
merci.
Thank you for
Merci,
showing us
merci
your
un
house.
peu.
Nativity Church in Burke, Virginia, has worked with Food to the Poor to build over 1,400 houses in 10 Nativity Village communities in Haiti. These houses give new hope to families in Haiti. They're very simple. They're 2 rooms. They have a solid roof. They have a door that locks. They have solar lighting, and it gives a family a new start. It gives them fresh hope.
We are painting a house, and the family is going to move in once we're finished.
Today we're helping a family moving from a shack, from a mud home to a nice house.
I think for one thing, the roof would leak. There's lots of holes in the roof, and so it wouldn't really provide much shelter.
It's so exciting to help them progress, like to a bigger house.
It's really amazing to see a transformation of how a family can live in a space so small to where now we're painting them a huge house that they can live in.
We're so happy to see you here. Meet your beautiful children. It makes us so happy to be able to give you these keys to help paint your house. You're happy? Can we give them the keys? Yeah? Okay. The key. Take the key. Oh, merci.
With wisdom, power, and love, our God is an awesome
such a blessing to have come, and you really get a chance to interact with the people here.
We were talking about his family, and like I talked about my family. I have 6 kids in my family. It's just amazing, and you can see God's work. Now it's not just like a picture on the wall of my church. It's here's a little girl that I'm actually helping, and it's awesome.
Everybody has hope in their eyes. Everybody is smiling, and you can definitely see Christ.
Our God is an awesome God.
Wow, what a great video that was, Jim. That was remarkable about that village. Tell us more about it.
Well, what you saw was Good Shepherd Village, where Father Martin, the village is dedicated in Father Martin's memory.
Right.
There are 120 houses there, a market, a school, a clinic, and small businesses that we've developed. And then we went to a little remote area called Despuzo.
Despuzo?
Despuzo. And there are several hundred families living there. They live with dirt floors. Their houses are just mud and sticks.
Really?
When it rains, the floor turns to mud. The clay washes out of the chinks in the house. They all have to go to the church for shelter, and then they come back after the rain and try to put the house back together again.
Oh, my word.
There's no good drinking water source there. They have to walk for a mile to a well, and there's no sanitation. So when we were there with Alison and the young people, we made a decision that the next Nativity village, our 11th village in Haiti, will be at Despuzo, and we have started work on that. And we will build 80 houses there. We'll provide 80 families with a new home, dry floor, a roof that doesn't leak, a door that locks. We'll put in a water system, sanitation, solar lighting for the houses. We're going to break ground on a school there this summer, and we will also do a chicken farm and bring
that's a good idea.
Bring cows in as well. So the conditions that the people are living in Despuzo and in much of Haiti are really very, very difficult. And I think you saw some of that, Alison, and the young people were particularly touched by that. What was your reaction to those conditions?
It was really incredible. We walked into this village, and we had visited a few other locations before, but because they hadn't received any sort of assistance
And this is their house?
This is an example of a house.
Really?
And I just couldn't imagine. One family that I met, she had about 7 children. It was a mother and her 7 children. And I asked where they slept because it was essentially one mattress in the house. She said half of her children sleep on the bed, the other half sleep under the bed, and she slept outside. And I've never seen anything like that. I've never experienced that. And our young people would go and suddenly they're holding hands with a child, they're playing a game, they're laughing. And these are children who don't have any of the same opportunities that we have. But to see our students from Nativity just react as if that were any other child, show them love, show them kindness, it was an incredible bond, while still seeing that they're in great need, and we're able to help.
Operation Starfish is remarkable what they're doing.
It is.
You know, in our world, we come home, we have a happy hour drink, we have a full meal, we turn on the tube, we go shopping in stores that have more food than that whole village would have. In one store, they have more food than the whole village. We're just so complacent here. I don't know.
Right. And we've talked to them about how does this trip affect your experience when you come back. It can't just be about going for 1 week and you come back and you only want to go back again to enjoy. It has to affect. And they've all said they think about how much water they use. They think about the food that they're wasting, the money that they're spending. And to see, can they maybe serve a community group right here in Virginia and give back that way?
Now, do you have these houses? Do you have a picture of those houses you're building?
There's a picture here you can see in the background.
Okay. I think you have a
perhaps you can
picture.
look at this one.
Is this the right one, Jim? Yeah.
There's just an example of a house in the
okay,
background.
there
That's
you go.
one of
There
our
we are.
students.
It's hard to see it, but
Sure.
the public can get the view on that. There you are.
We had the before house there.
Yeah.
And that's actually a student who was able to communicate using sign language with one of the people from Haiti. So that was incredible in itself that they were both able to communicate He didn't speak English, but they were able to communicate with sign language there.
Well, now, there's people out there that would like to help. I'm sure they're watching this show, say, what can I do? Jim, what can they do? Do you have a telephone number, a website, or something that they can write a check out?
Sure. The best advice would be to call Church of the Nativity. The telephone number is on the screen. It's 703-455-2400. Or go to our website, www.operation-starfish.org. And you can get information about the program. You can make a donation online, or you can write a check. But John, it's never been about the money. The beauty of Operation Starfish is that it creates awareness of the needs of the poor. We learn what life is like in 70% of the population in the world. And then it develops a little bit of compassion in your heart. You start moving your heart towards the poor, and you start following the gospel call of Matthew in Matthew 25. And then what comes after that in the way of action or donations and so forth really is up to the Holy Spirit. We don't ever emphasize fundraising. It's not a fundraiser. Never has been. It's a way of moving the church of the first world towards the church of the third world.
Now, do you still, I know in the lobby of Nativity, when you went there has a lot of pictures in there. Do you still have that up?
We have some pictures, and we have in our little chapel, we have a picture of Father Martin and a little handwritten note on there that says he always loved the poor. And then along the corridor, we have pictures from Haiti and from some of the other countries that we have outreach in. The lobby at Nativity has been remodeled. Our church has grown, has doubled in size. And I think part of it is because we're such an outreach parish. And so we have a really beautiful space there now for gathering before and after Mass.
That's wonderful. Jim, didn't Father Martin build a church over there and a school down there in Haiti?
We've built several schools, John, but we have not built churches. The money that we raise goes to meeting people's human needs. They, in some ways, are more spiritual than we are, and we learn about faith from them. I'll give you an example. One night we were in a slum area, and we passed a woman who had a charcoal fire, and she had an empty pot on the fire. And I said to her in Creole, "Why do you have an empty pot on the fire? You're wasting your charcoal." And she said, "I prayed to God because my children have not eaten in 2 days."
Oh, my word.
And he said that if I took the first step and put the pot on the fire, he would put food in the pot. And so, of course, we went to our car and we brought cooking oil and rice back to her, gave her a little money. And then she said, "I thank God for bringing you to me." So she had her priorities straight.
Isn't that wonderful?
That strength of faith is a gift that the poor give to us. We learn from them. It's a two-way street. The village concept always starts with people's immediate needs. Food, clean water, shelter. Once we have that under control, we look at education and health care. And then we get into small business development, producing a revenue stream so that the community, when we leave it, is self-sustaining. Then we go on and start another village.
Well, you started a fish farm, didn't you?
Right, we've done several fish farming projects. We've done freshwater fish and we've done saltwater fish. As a matter of fact, within the parish, we have a group of young people who are my children's ages, the 30s. And they have come together and really concentrated on fish farming. They've put a lot of business acumen into the projects, and they've done 3 large fish pond projects. Each project has 3 or 4 ponds, and they grow tilapia or pangasius fish, and they resell it and form a co-op, and it produces revenue for the community. Then we have a younger group even, which is or a group of women who have been very concerned that so many women in Haiti die during childbirth, and the children, the babies die as well. The mortality rate is very high. So they have started a project at Nativity of making birthing kits. They're little kits that have pads and bandages and
all the things that are
all
necessary.
the things that you would
Yes.
need so that you can have a clean birth. And they get shipped to Haiti, and they're used by midwives to try to improve the rate of survival in childbirth. So a lot of things have come together over the years, and Operation Starfish has spawned a lot of other types of thinking and projects.
Father Martin is so proud of you, Jim. I'm telling you, and the Church of Nativity and all those people. He's looking down, and I'm sure he's saying, keep going, keep going, keep going, right?
He's very present. You still have conversations in grocery stores and coffee shops about him almost every week.
You're going to go back to Haiti again someday?
We are this July, July 10th.
This July you're going back?
Taking another group of college students. 4 are coming back from last year, and then we're adding some new ones. And this time our pastor, Father Bob Selinsky, is coming with us. And we're going to visit Despuzo, where we were last summer, and to see the changes that have happened now.
If somebody's watching the show would like to volunteer to go, they would contact you and make arrangements?
For this summer is already set,
It's
unfortunately.
already set.
But if they're interested in getting involved with the ministry, yes, please contact us.
Oh, my word. That's great. What's this picture here?
This one is actually at Despuzo in the new village, and it's of some donkeys that we saw as we were arriving. It was a beautiful view. You know, it's kind of funny to see
Awful
gorgeous
skinny-looking
landscape.
donkeys.
Right. I mean, I'm sure they're not eating either. They are skinny-looking donkeys.
Hey, you know what? Thank you very, very much. I don't know what happened to the time. It goes so fast.
It does.
I think you're doing a wonderful job, and I just can't imagine anyone who's watching this show that wouldn't want to get involved some way or somehow, okay? And I hope that you do get involved, folks out there, some way, somehow. You know, we're all living on this planet Earth. We have nowhere else to go, except when we die, and I hope we all go to the right place. And why don't we do this while we're still here on this planet Earth? Be a little more loving and charitable, patient, compassionate, faithful, and honest and kind every day in our work and in our play. And on that note, so long and God bless. The funding for this program was made possible by a grant from the Diocese of Arlington, established in 1974 by Pope Paul VI. You know, the Arlington Diocese has 69 parishes, 5 missions, covering 21 counties, and has 2 Catholic colleges, 5 Catholic high schools, and 43 elementary schools. They're all now under the leadership of His Excellency Bishop Michael F. Burbidge. For more information, contact arlingtondiocese.org.